everyone. Thanks for reading my article in this month's issue of Shutter Magazine. This month I elaborate a little bit more on the assistant's manual, and I go into the gray areas of what it means to be an assistant and also what it means to have an assistant as a business owner. So what I mean by gray areas is more so the parts of the job that no one really talks about, the little details that will make you love your job and keep loving your job in the future. So for me, the biggest thing I think I learned over the years of working for Sal is perspective. We actually recently interviewed a girl, and she came in and she said something. She asked us a question that kind of sparked the whole idea for this article. She asked us, what do I need to do to be successful in my job? And it's, it just kind of brought to light the fact that having a good attitude and real perspective on your job and what we do as a company is huge. Perspective for me changed, I think, probably about a year and a half into my job. In the beginning, I wasn't engaged in the company that much. I saw it as a job, not a career, and I was very, very specific about, you don't mix friends and business, and Sal and Taylor would invite me to hang out, and I'd be like, no, that's weird, I don't want to hang out with my bosses. And then I just let go of that. But in that time, before having that perspective change, I felt like I was working so hard every day, and then they, at the time, were working from their house, and I was at the old studio, which in itself was just a dungeon, but totally different story. But every day I would see them driving around their Mercedes with their Louis Vuitton, and I'm thinking to myself, because I didn't have the right perspective then, that, why am I working so hard for them to flaunt all their money? But then, you realize that you have to become engaged, and that's what I realized. I actually forced Sal to copy me on every email he sent, every email that was coming in about any of the companies, even if I was part of it or not. I forced him to copy me on them just because I needed to know what was going on. Because if I didn't know what was going on, I would continue to have that mindset that I was just working and I was so entitled and I was working so hard and they were just running off into the sunset with their hair blowing in the wind. It's a false reality. So something else that I've learned over the years is this work hard, play hard kind of attitude. Again, in the beginning, the perspective was all skewed, and Sal's very big on giving gifts. I've never been a very big gift giver or receiver. I'm terrible at receiving gifts. But his thing is, when you do a good job, he wants to reward you with things. And I think it was after our first tour, he took me into a Louis Vuitton in San Francisco and said, whatever you want. And I was just like, what? Why can't you just give me the cash? And for a long time, I think that was my mindset. Like, why can't you just give me the cash? I don't need a Louis Vuitton bag. Yeah, of course you don't need the bag. But 10 years from now, that cash that he could have given me, I'll never remember that because it would have gone straight to my bills. Whereas I have that Louis Vuitton bag and I carry it every day and I will always remember it. And it's something that I'll give to my kids when that time comes. So again, perspective, mindset change, it all affects the way you work and the way you operate as a team in the business. So I hope these helped. Check back next month. I'm going to keep elaborating on kind of the process of how we got to where we are as a team, both from the assistant perspective and from Sal's perspective. So thanks for reading.